If you are attached to something, if you are attached to a person, if you are attached to a situation, that thing controls you. So that person, that situation can make you feel any type of way. If they do not text you, if they do not reply to you, they can make you feel unhappy. And the same way, if they do give you attention, they can make you feel happy. But that means that you're completely powerless over yourself and over your own emotions.
Because of the fact I'm a psychology student, and from my last very painful breakup, I now know that majority of the time what we're feeling, especially in terms of addiction or lust, it's just the chemical reaction in your brain and it's not real.
You need to stop creating fantasies about the situation, about this person. We as humans, we naturally like to fantasize, right? But if you start to do that, you can make this person into something, or this situation into something that they're not. And after that, you get upset because you think, oh, why did they do that? Because you created a false fantasy in your head about this person. But honey, they were never that person. You did that to yourself by creating this attachment.
What happens in a talking stage? You get attached so easily because you're talking to them every day. You're calling them. You're always checking your phone. You're waiting for that dopamine hit, that message that they're sending to you. By the time you meet up, two things can happen. One, it goes really, really well. Two, you meet them, they're nothing like what they are online. Now you've wasted all this time. Now at this point, you're likely already attached to them, which means you're even more likely to ignore the red flags, ignore the fact that you don't like them that much in real life, and then give them a chance. And that's dangerous. Been there, done that, never made that mistake ever again. You know, chemical thing in your brain, the moment I start talking to them too much, you're done. You're attached already. I just don't think it's a good idea. And people are very, very different online to what they are in real life. Some people, you may not even like them in real life. Some people, you may not like them over text, and then you meet them in real life and they're surprisingly completely nothing like their dating profile. Also, if you're dating, you don't want to waste time, right? You don't want to get into like 5 talking stages. Do you know how much energy that takes? It's really important that you guys are able to distinguish between what's real and what's not.
You have to go into situations, whether it's a job, whether it's a relationship, thinking it just is what it is. It will be what it is, you know? Just go with the flow and don't try to create, oh, it has to be like this, oh, this has to happen, whatever. No, that means that you're not living in the present moment. If you're not living in the present moment, you will never be appreciative of it, first of all, and it will never be good enough for you.
Additionally, when dating, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Men hate when I say this. Every video when I'm like, women, even guys, you need to date multiple people. Because think about it this way, you only date one person, you invest all your time into one person. You don't even know if there's better people out there who are suited for you. Additionally, now you have all this time to obsess over one person. And also, you are single and not in a relationship until they ask you. Also, detached energy is a lot more attractive. Energy is everything. When someone is obsessed with me and they're so needy, I get really freaked out. Don't you have a life? I don't want to get into a relationship where someone's entire life is me. That's terrifying and unhealthy. Maybe if you're into toxic relationships, you'll love that, but that is a really big red flag in my opinion.
Get a life. Like, honestly, I think people that are so attached to other people, that are so attached to situations or whatever, I think these people have no life. Like, honestly, because how can you even have the time to constantly focus on someone else? If you're constantly focusing on someone else, or if you're waiting on your phone, like, please text me, like, do you have nothing to do? Honestly, you have nothing to do.
Also, if you're someone that finds themselves getting attached to people really easily, you need to introspect on why that is. You're probably missing something in your life, which is why you're seeking it in another person. And I think once you're able to identify this and work on it, your obsession and attachment with other people will very quickly diminish.
Like I said, you're operating from a lack mindset. because you think if you do not get this job, if you do not get this person, whatever, you will not have anything else anymore, which is not true. But if you put out that attachment to something, and if you're not willing to let go of that, then that is what you will get. You have to be willing to let go of past experiences. You have to be willing to let go of past relationships, right?
To prevent attachment very fast, avoid revealing personal information too early on. Like, someone has to work to know the personal stuff about you. You can't just like freely give it out. Same with them. So if the guy or the girl is telling you very personal things about themselves or sob stories, you're also more likely to get attached to them. And obviously, just like texting online, if you're spending a lot of time with them, you're going to get attached. How can you not get attached? Even if you don't like that person, you're probably going to get attached to them. It's entirely possible to not like someone and then get attached, because I told you, half of it is this thing going on in your brain. But once you know and you can identify what's real and what's not, and you know these manipulation tactics, even though, you know, some people, they don't do these manipulation tactics, it's just who they are, you will be able to save yourself from attachment.
If you want to detach, you also have to realize that you will never leave you. You might think, like, some people attach to people because they have abandonment issues and they think like, oh, I'm so attached, like they cannot leave me, whatever. You will never leave you. You are the one person you will always have in your life and in the hereafter. You will always have you.
I always say this as well, whatever you're feeling right now, it's going to pass. And I know myself well enough that if I get the false sense of attachment, I'll be over it in a week, 2 max. 2 max. This feeling is not going to last forever. It doesn't mean I'm in love with them. It doesn't mean I want to be with them. It doesn't even mean I want to talk to them again. The brain is a funny and miraculous thing.